afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4 on this Wednesday, perhaps the last day for a while to get yard work done.
Yeah, that's true. Seize the day. Lisa Briggs from the Bruce Company will be out on the weather patio in just a little while. If you have a question, we'll be taking your calls live, and we'll let you know when it's time to call in.
But first, topping our news today, tearful testimony from Kyle Rittenhouse, punctuated by tense moments between the judge and the lead prosecutor. We're breaking down a big day in Kenosha County Court.
Meanwhile, the times, they are changing in the weather department. Get ready for cold, rain, and dare we say some flakes of snow?
No.
I just said it.
Plus, crews evacuated a converted power plant in Beloit today. The chemical leak sending 3 people to the hospital. That's all coming up. But first, let's take a look outside. Had a bad day. All in all.
Still relatively mild.
A little breezy, apparently. Enough to power the windmills. A taste of winter coming. And Austin's in the backyard. What kind of taste?
Oh, man, that's the question right there. I do think we're going to see a few snowflakes, but just how many? That's going to be the big question. And like you said, the temperature is still pretty warm outside for today. And I think today's going to be a pretty productive overall day for a lot of Wisconsin because we know what's coming. The cooler temperatures, the plentiful rain showers here, especially later on tonight and throughout tomorrow morning. That's whenever we're going to see most, I would say, of our overall rainfall. But outside it's 52 degrees right now. The Doppler track looking decent. But we're starting to see some of those showers working their way in here from the south and even the southwest. And I was actually out here shooting some footage not too long ago, and it started raining on me, but it was just one little blip on the radar. So if you do see some rain, it's likely going to be much of the same here over the next few hours, just some sprinkles or a lighter rain shower. And then 10-15 minutes later, you should be good to go. It wasn't even enough to really wet the pavement outside here at our studio. And taking a look at our temperatures, most of us are in the 50s. It does feel pretty good to actually be outside right now. And as you mentioned, it is still a little on the breezy side of things, but not too bad overall. Between around 5 and 15 miles per hour here for most of us. We do have some breezier days ahead of us in our extended forecast, but for tonight, we are going to see those rain chances returning. Scattered rain showers at times here tonight, and then tomorrow morning, more rain is going to be on the way, especially throughout those morning hours. That's going to cool down our temperatures, however, so a low of 49 degrees tonight. That's the warmest low we have in the forecast. Make sure you stay tuned. I'll detail a big cool down and even a chance for some flakes coming up a little bit later on.
All right. We'll see you then. Thank you, Austin. We watched an emotional day of testimony in Kenosha County Court. The emotion coming from the young man at the center of it all, Kyle Rittenhouse.
Rittenhouse told the jury that he wasn't looking for trouble the night of August 25th, 2020. Our Brady Mallory has been following the case and shows us why Rittenhouse says he was defending himself when he allegedly shot 3 people. Brady?
Well, Rittenhouse appeared to be sobbing and on the brink of hyperventilating on the stand today. At one point, the judge had to call for a break to give Rittenhouse time to collect himself. He's accused of killing 2 people and wounding another at anti-racism protests last year. His attorneys are trying to prove he was acting in self-defense. During his testimony, Rittenhouse says Joseph Rosenbaum, one of the men shot and killed, threatened to kill him. Rittenhouse says Rosenbaum had his hands on the teen's fully loaded semi-automatic rifle, and Rittenhouse ultimately fired at him 4 times.
Why were you trying to get to the police?
Because I didn't do anything wrong. I defended myself.
Prosecution is trying to prove Rittenhouse instigated all of this and focused on his choice of weapon and whether he used deadly force to protect property, which Rittenhouse has claimed he was doing the night he went to the protest. Well, that line of questioning didn't sit well with the judge. Coming up at 5, we'll show you an intense exchange between the judge and lead prosecutor and why the defense says it wants a mistrial.
Brady, thank you. Beloit officials say 3 people were hospitalized after a hazardous gas incident at the Beloit powerhouse. The incident took place in the pool area and occurred when a mixture of pool chemicals created a hazardous gas plume. Crews arrived at the powerhouse at 9:25 this morning and found 2 people who needed medical attention and transported them to the hospital. A third person, a driver, drove themselves to the hospital. No students were harmed in the incident.
There's no life hazard, there's no hazard to the community or the college campus. So at this time, we're just working with the company to neutralize the hazardous material.
The cause of the gas is still under investigation, and officials say they do not know what chemicals were involved. Students can now move between classes but have been told to remain inside as much as possible. Pleasant Street remains closed between White and Public Avenues.
Authorities in Milwaukee are looking for an escaped inmate that was being transported to Rock County. 39-year-old Robert Johnson of Rockford escaped while in custody at Mitchell International Airport. Johnson was being transported from Texas by a private correctional contractor to a correctional facility in Rock County. Johnson has an extensive criminal record and faces current charges of aggravated assault and burglary. Deputies say Johnson is 5'7". He weighs about 145 pounds and has a tattoo of a star on his face, and he may have a single handcuff on him. Today, President Biden traveled about an hour outside of Washington to Baltimore to sell the bipartisan physical infrastructure legislation.
The president is also pushing lawmakers to pass his social spending and climate plans.
Deborah Alfarone has more from the White House.
Talking about being a waterman, working on...
With the Port of Baltimore as his backdrop in Maryland, President Biden pushed the newly passed $1 trillion bipartisan physical infrastructure bill.
It's a big deal. It's going to make a big difference.
The bill includes $17 billion to modernize ports and strengthen the nation's supply chains. Current bottlenecks have many Americans worried if their holiday gifts will arrive on time.
It's just a hit and miss whether I'm going to get stuff or not, and it's so difficult.
The infrastructure deal also offers billions of dollars to fix aging roadways, bridges, public transit, and water pipes, as well as to expand broadband access. The White House cautions it could take some time to get projects up and running.
It's more important to get it right than to rush.
The president is set to sign the legislation on Monday when Congress returns. At that point, the focus will shift to getting his social spending bill, also known as the Build Back Better Act, passed in the House.
That is our plan, to pass the bill the week of November 15th, as is indicated in our statements that were made at the time of passing the infrastructure bill, and we're very proud of that.
The nearly $2 trillion plan includes funding for the expanded child tax credit, universal preschool, clean energy, and also paid family leave, which has been a sticking point within the party. Deborah Alfarone, CBS News, the White House.
The Biden administration says its program to vaccinate children ages 5 through 11 against COVID-19 is off to a strong start. Federal health officials estimate more than 900,000 U.S. children under 12 will have received their first COVID vaccination by the end of the day. Pfizer is also asking federal officials to authorize its booster for everyone 18 and older, citing new data that the third shot offers close to complete protection from severe COVID. This morning, the U.S. Surgeon General, Dr. Vivek Murthy, said it is likely the coronavirus will be around for some time, but with the help of vaccines, we will be able to live with it.
We can ultimately get COVID, I think, to a place where it's somewhere in between the cold and the flu, where, yes, it's a virus that's circulating, but it doesn't disrupt our way of life, doesn't prevent us from seeing the people we love, doesn't prevent our kids from being in school.
Meantime, a union representing more than 700,000 government workers has asked the White House to extend a November 22nd deadline to get vaccinated.
The Department of Workforce Development was in Wanakee to present TDS Telecom with the 2021 Vets Ready Employer Award today. The award is given to companies who demonstrate their commitment to hiring veterans, supporting them, and connecting with the veteran community. The Vets Ready initiative recognizes employers who go above and beyond to support veterans and their families. The initiative encourages employers to hire and retain more veterans and connect to veterans in the community and their families. TDS employee and National Guard Captain Jeffrey Mand feels at home at TDS.
TDS has been incredibly supportive of me and my family through deployments and taking time for training and things of that nature. So, you know, to see TDS receive this award here is, I think, is certainly well deserved.
This year, 9 employers across Wisconsin were officially designated as Vets Ready and are being honored this week in celebration of Veterans Day.
Today, Attorney General Josh Kaul promoted Safer Wisconsin. It's a legislative package to reduce crime and support stronger communities. The $150 million legislative package would be divided among multiple avenues, including community policing and prosecution programs, crisis response, victim services programs, programs, and more. The laws would also help hold offenders accountable.
Our goal is to have positive interventions with people as early as possible to help keep them on the right track so they never end up in the justice system.
The event was held today at the Boys and Girls Club of Dane County, and Attorney General Call thanked the club for all they do in the community.
Our Josh Sprider stopped by Door Creek Park just to the southeast of the 9094 interchange today, where City of Madison crews have been hard at work doing prescribed burns at this location. The city's Parks and Engineering Division do this to promote establishment of native vegetation. It involves intentional use of fire under specific environmental conditions to manage and suppress invasive vegetation. This morning we followed along with Paul Quinlan checking up on the conditions at Cherokee Marsh Park. He's the guy overseeing work at the 21 conservation parks across Madison. That's about 1,700 acres in total.
Burning is one of the few things where you actually see your results right away, because a lot of our other work takes a lot more time. And then in the springtime in particular, it only takes like 2 weeks after we burn for the new grass to start growing, and it greens up so fast. It's amazing.
Many of Wisconsin's native species have adapted to survive or to benefit from fire events, while at the same time the presence of invasive or undesirable species is reduced. The burn season will wrap up here in the next few weeks, and then the crews will be back out next spring. Spring is actually a bigger burn season than fall because of better weather conditions. Governor Tony Evers was in Richland Center today highlighting Wisconsin's spike in tourism dollars.
We've bounced back faster than our neighbors in Michigan, Minnesota, Iowa, and Illinois, and there's no surprise there, given all the people behind me.
Governor Evers awarded $15 million in grants for destination marketing organizations through the state. Today's investment is part of the governor's more than $140 million American Rescue Plan Act fund investment in Wisconsin's tourism and entertainment industries. The Destination Marketing Organization grant program will help 120 local DMO organizations across the state expand on their work to attract visitors from around the nation and the world. Well, still to come at 4, superstar Adele is coming up on CBS.
Yep, that's right. We'll preview her televised concert and her interview with Oprah Winfrey that's coming up this weekend when Live at 4 continues. We'll be right back.
You're watching News 3 Now, Live at 4.
From single living to growing families and empty nesters, your bathroom needs change over time. So let Mad City Baths help you design the perfect bathroom to fit your lifestyle. Whether it's a new bathtub for the kids, a walk-in shower, or walk-in tub for mom or dad, we'll install it in as little as 1 day. And this November, get Black Friday savings on all of our baths and showers. Save $250 with interest-free financing for 6 months and get $250 in Mad City cash. But when you call now, we'll triple your savings. Save $750 on a new bath or shower with interest-free financing for 18 months and triple it to $750 in Mad City cash for future home improvements. Plus, call during this program, receive a $50 Walmart gift card with your free in-home estimate. Throughout South Central Wisconsin, call 608-729-4466. That's 608-729-4466.
It's time to get holiday ready with Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks. Or with Ford Explorer, America's all-time best-selling SUV. And come home in a Ford Bronco Sport. That's how you get holiday ready. Now lease America's all-time best-selling SUV, Ford Explorer, for just $389 a month, only at your local Ford dealer.
Your heart is at the heart of everything you do. And if you have heart failure, there's a medicine specifically made for heart failure, Entresto. It's a heart failure medicine prescribed by most cardiologists. Entresto is proven superior at helping people stay alive and out of the hospital. Heart failure can change the structure of your heart, so it may not work as well. Entresto helps improve your heart's ability to pump blood to the body. And with a healthier heart, there's no telling where life may take you. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto for heart failure, and trust your heart to Entresto.
You know what I'm going to miss most about space?
What's that?
How easy it is to keep up my saving habit. There's nothing to buy up here.
We're making it easier to save on Earth, too. When you open a savings builder account at BMO Harris, you can get a cash reward for every month you save.
Anything to help launch my savings?
Sure. When you open a checking account, we'll give you $200 to kickstart your savings progress.
$200 and a monthly savings reward.
It's a way to save that won't weigh you down. It's a little space humor.
When a bank helps you make real financial progress, that's the BMO effect.
Welcome back. We have an update on a story we first told you about yesterday.
The sale of a pair of diamond bracelets once owned by Marie Antoinette smashed estimates. The bracelets sold for $8.2 million at Christie's auction house. They had predicted that they would fetch up to about $4 million, so they almost doubled that. The bracelets boast up to 150 carats of diamonds. During the French Revolution, Marie Antoinette sent them out of the country for safekeeping. Christie says they had been kept in a private royal collection for more than 2 centuries. Portugal has approved a bill that makes it illegal for employers to contact their workers outside of their office hours.
Hear, hear.
The rule is part of a new law regulating working from home. The new law also stipulates that employers are responsible for providing their workers with the appropriate tools needed to do their jobs remotely and should reimburse them for any additional expenses.
It doesn't just seem like you're paying more for everything these days. You are. New inflation numbers for October are out from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, and they are whoppers. Prices have climbed 6.2% over the past 12 months. That's the biggest increase since this time back 31 years ago in 1990. The overall price index rose 0.9% in October alone. That's more than the 0.6% economists were expecting. It all means if you don't get more than a 6% pay raise this year, you're effectively getting a pay cut. And those numbers did not go over well on Wall Street. The Dow Industrials fell 240 points, closing at 36,079. The NASDAQ dropped 263 points, and the S&P 500 was off 38. Well, all Mariah Carey wants for Christmas is McDonald's. The Christmas Queen and the fast food chain are teaming up for a special Mariah menu next month. From December 13th through December 24th, McDonald's is giving away a free-ish food each day. Customers have to buy at least a $1 item and order on the McDonald's app to get the giveaway. Items on the Mariah menu include a Big Mac, pancakes, and chocolate chip cookies.
And we're going to look like her, right?
Well, Adele fans, the wait is finally over. This Sunday night, CBS will present Adele, one night only, a 2-hour event featuring the global superstar in concert, performing some of her biggest hits and some never-before-heard songs.
The extraordinary special will also include an extensive, wide-ranging interview with Oprah Winfrey. Check out this behind-the-scenes preview.
Adele, music, Adele. I invite you to join me for one night only.
I flew all the way across the country just to be here. What an incredible evening.
I chose to do the sort of comeback this way with the new album, just to celebrate how special the album, the process of making it has been really special. They're obviously going to hear a lot of older songs. And then 4 new songs. Being in LA as well, where I sort of had to recover, you know, from everything that happened in my life over the last few years, it just sort of felt like the perfect show. It will look really elegant, and then I'll tell like a load of filthy jokes, like sort of whiplash for them.
Also, get you, Lizzo. You can't outshine me, babes.
Why
was this an interview I was interested in? Because I'm always interested in people who are willing to speak their truth. She actually is the truth.
How posh is this?
It's going to be a very special night.
One night only.
Wow.
Only Oprah could order that sunset.
And she did.
Right on cue. The 2-hour special Adele, One Night Only, airs this Sunday night at 8:30. 8:30 and 8 o'clock, which
I'm going to guess
is it 8 or 8:30?
Well, it's 2 hours. It's probably 8.
Okay.
I don't know.
Sorry about that. There's some confusion about that. On the CBS television network, it's also available to stream live and on demand on Paramount Plus.
Check your local listings.
Yes.
Have you made a trip to the grocery store lately? Then you know prices are skyrocketing.
We'll find out why and how high they could go coming up after Austin's First Warn forecast.
ViTense Golfland now offers 2 indoor golf and multi-sport simulator suites. Play over 100 championship golf courses with unmatched golf swing data and visualization. Or play other sports and games using real sports equipment. The ViTense Golfland simulator suites provides a fun indoor entertainment experience.
The shower is great. It fits my lifestyle, and that's what I needed.
It's an old house, but it's a newer bathroom, and it's just bright and airy. I like it a lot.
Mad City has more than 50,000 satisfied customers, A+ rated with the BBB. And if you've been on the fence about updating your bathroom, now's the time to call and take advantage of Black Friday savings. Save $250 with interest-free financing for 6 months and get $250 in Mad City cash. But act now and triple your savings. Save $750 on a new bath or shower installed in as little as 1 day. Plus, triple the financing. Interest-free financing for 18 months and triple it to $750 in Mad City cash for future home improvement projects. Plus, call during this program for a free $50 Walmart gift card with your free in-home estimate. Call 608-729-4466.
Critics burn. We try to make them stop over the counter trial. Those drops you'll see probably won't touch me. I want to stay for the holidays.
If your dry eye symptoms keep coming back,
You may need to target inflammation. What? You may need to target inflammation. No!
over-the-counter eye drops typically work by lubricating the eyes and may provide temporary relief. Xiidra works differently, targeting inflammation that can cause dry eye disease. It can provide lasting relief. Xiidra is the only FDA-approved non-steroid eye drop specifically for the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease. 1 drop in each eye twice a day. Don't use if you are allergic to Xiidra. Common side effects include eye irritation, discomfort or blurred vision when applied to the eye, and unusual taste sensation. Don't touch container tip to your eye or any surface. After using Xiidra, wait 15 minutes before reinserting contacts.
Eyes you relieve, symptoms decrease. Xiidra can bring lasting relief.
This holiday, ask your doctor about Xiidra.
It's time to get holiday ready with Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks. Or with Ford Explorer, America's all-time best-selling SUV. And come home in a Ford Bronco Sport. That's how you get holiday ready. Now, get a 2021 Escape, Edge, or EcoSport with 0% financing for 60 months, plus $1,000 retail bonus cash.
ViTense Golfland now offers the new Top Tracer mobile system. Track your shots from grass and mat tee areas for free from your cell phone. Record your golf swing with stats provided. Play games like Capture the Flag. Have golf range entertainment fun with Top Tracer at ViTense Golfland.
Well, take a look at this. This is the emotional moment Ryan Petty and his mother find out he passed the bar exam on his second attempt.
Way to go.
The 29-year-old reserve paralegal for the U.S. Air Force fell into a deep depression last year and failed his attempt at the exam after his sister unexpectedly passed away. So in honor of his sibling, he kept fighting and took the bar exam again, this time with a much happier result.
Oh, that's wonderful. Oh,
Good for him.
Yes.
Congratulations. Well deserved.
I love his mom. That's great.
That's Austin's mom every time he comes on the air.
I wish. But hey, she did actually come out to town last week, and me and my parents walked around, got to really enjoy Madison.
They timed it perfectly.
Yeah, I was just about to say, right before winter is coming, because we are cooling things down here. Even tomorrow, we're going to start that cooling trend, and with some snow on the way, how much are we expecting? I will have an updated look at that coming up a little bit later on.
Tired of that old, outdated bath? A beautiful walk-in shower is just a phone call away. Mad City Baths, Wisconsin's #1 remodeler and trusted local source for custom bath solutions installed in as little as 1 day, with premium wall patterns infused with microban for 24/7 protection against germs and bacteria. And our walk-in tubs offer easy access plus hydrotherapy. Don't miss out on Black Friday savings. Save $250 with interest-free financing for 6 months and get $250 in Mad City cash. But last chance to call during this program to triple your savings. Save $750 on your new bath or shower with interest-free financing for 18 months and triple it to $750 in Mad City cash for future home improvements, plus a $50 Walmart gift card with your free in-home estimate. Call 608-729-4466. That's 608-729-4466.
You protected our rights, preserved our freedom. You may have even risked your life for us. Now, it's our turn to fight for you. Your local Wisconsin emergency, energy, and housing assistance providers, and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund reward the service of our veterans with rental and energy support in their time of crisis. Apply today to get the fresh start you've earned.
It's a fact. 2 out of 3 Americans who qualify for Medicare do not receive all the benefits they deserve. You could be missing out. Now, Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield introduces a free Medicare plan checkup to make sure you receive all the benefits you qualify for in 2022. Call 1-855-597-0884 today and receive extra benefits for a $0 monthly premium. Benefits like dental, vision, hearing, and prescription drugs. And to help you stay healthy at home, you can have free prescription drug delivery, online doctor visits 24/7, and free exercise classes. You can even receive money towards over-the-counter health items. Call 1-855-597-0884 today and feel confident you have all the benefits you deserve for 2022. You can receive extra benefits for a $0 monthly premium, like dental, vision, hearing, and prescription drugs. Call 1-855-597-0884 and make sure you're not missing out.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Welcome back. In the famous words of Ned Stark, winter is coming. We are really going to cool things down. We have some snow on the way. Thankfully, we're not looking at a lot of snow. I think these are going to be the first few events where we see some snowfall out of the sky. But in terms of actually stacking up on the ground, it is still going to be quite the struggle to actually see white ground here after the snow does move through. We're still going to see a lot of grass, but cooling down tomorrow, and that's going to cool down even throughout the day tomorrow. We're going to start tomorrow in the low 50s, and then we're going to slowly work our way back down to the lower 40s here by the end of the day tomorrow. More rain showers on the way here from tonight through Thursday morning as well. Towards the afternoon tomorrow, we are looking at a little bit of a break in the action, but then with cooling temperatures mixing in with a little bit of some lighter snowfall here and there. But a live look outside right now, it does look pretty decent. We saw that rain shower moving through earlier, and there still could be a few more rain showers here by the time we do reach about 9 or 10 p.m. tonight. Afterwards, that's when we're going to see more of that rain actually making its way through. Our current Doppler track, it did show those few lighter showers that we've already seen, but again, it's just a few of these smaller dots. Right now, what we're really seeing here is just about a 10-minute light rain shower, and then that's about it. So just enough to wet the pavement for a lot of areas, and then that's pretty much what we're looking at for the rain here over the next few hours. But then as you can see here, just parked off to our west, well, that's quite a bit more moisture tracking in our direction, and that's exactly what we have moving towards us here, especially for tonight and tomorrow morning. Again, by the time we reach tomorrow afternoon, there's a good indication that we should be drying things up at least a little bit. But our future track is going to show more and more of that rainfall here in the overnight hours, and especially tomorrow morning. But then after this rain does move out, watch what happens to these temperatures. We start out that day, 8:30 a.m., 50 degrees in Madison, upper 40s for a lot of communities. But then by the end of the afternoon, we're looking at those lower 40s here returning to the forecast. So again, cooling down throughout the day tomorrow thanks to that low pressure system and the cold front attached to it. But then after the cold air moves through, we have that next batch of moisture. Now it does look like on Friday we could see some of that snowfall working its way through our area. Even with temperatures in the mid-30s, there's still a good possibility to see that snow holding as snowfall as it reaches the ground. But then again, you have to think about it. With those mid-30s, the ground temperature is still oh so warm, so it's really going to struggle to stick once it reaches the ground. Another round of snow is going to be possible here over the weekend, especially I would say on late Saturday and into Sunday morning. But with both of these snow events, what we're looking at in terms of overall expected snowfall, it's still really not too much. So if you are a big snow lover, we don't have the greatest news here for you. Less than an inch with that first round. You compact that with the second round that's expected here for this weekend, and we're still looking at less than an inch. So again, really not a lot of snowfall is going to be expected with this, but you could still see a few pretty flakes falling out of the sky. 6 to 10 day precipitation outlook, a little bit drier than average, but pretty close to where we should be here. Precipitation chances do fall off with just that round here expected on Wednesday. But with warmer temperatures by the time we actually reach this next Wednesday, it does look like that is going to be a rainfall event. So we're not quite at the time of the year where we're going to see snow, snow, snow. We're still seeing the warm enough temperatures to mix in some rainfall here and there, and we're still seeing predominantly rain showers right now. 6 to 10 day temperature outlook also pretty close to average, and that's exactly what we're looking at here at the end of the forecast with that little bit of a spike in those temperatures. But notice the big cool down. Temperatures falling down, upper 30s are going to be expected for high temperatures as soon as Friday. And tomorrow's high temperature of 50 degrees, again, that's going to get set early in the morning, and then we are actually going to see that getting taken over with cooler temperatures by the afternoon. And then you can see a little bit of a warm up towards the end of this forecast here. 50s return on Wednesday, and so do the rain showers. So if you really like the snowfall, not the greatest news here for you with this forecast, but it's also November. We're going to have a lot more opportunities to see more snow here this season.
Oh, yes.
It is going to be a chilly game at Camp Randall on Saturday morning.
And the Madison Marathon and Half Marathon are on Sunday morning.
Yeah, I'm already shivering right now.
Keep running.
Yeah. All right, Austin, thank you. The cost of living is on the rise.
As we reported earlier in the broadcast, the Labor Department says consumer prices jumped over 6% in the past year. That is the highest inflation rate since 1990.
Anthony Pura reports on skyrocketing food prices.
A trip to the grocery store is leading to sticker shock for some shoppers, including Dolores Sirio.
What have you been noticing at the stores?
Sky-high prices.
A new report from the Labor Department shows overall grocery prices jumped more than 5% in the last year. Meat prices are up, with beef roast soaring almost 25% and bacon increasing 20%. Staples like eggs and coffee are also on the rise.
I used to shop based on what I like. Now I shop based on price and what I can afford.
It's not only food, just about everything we buy is more expensive, from clothes to used cars. Gas has skyrocketed, up nearly 50% in the past year.
I believe demand will remain strong, supply will remain constrained, and unfortunately, higher prices will be here probably for the next 6, maybe 9 months.
Supply chain slowdowns and current prices means Americans will be spending more on Thanksgiving dinner this year.
Nearly everything it takes to make the typical holiday feast is pricier.
They're definitely up a bit.
Alan Arzoyan, owner of Handy Market in Burbank, California, says that includes the turkey.
This year, we've seen a substantial increase in our wholesale pricing. Our fresh birds, Shelton is up close to 20%.
But Arzoyan says demand for the store's complete turkey dinners is higher this year, and overall business is brisk despite rising prices. Anthony Pura, CBS News, Burbank, California.
Prices going up.
Yeah, and you've been reading that you should get your turkeys early if you need to,
if you want a
right?
smaller one, because people are having smaller gatherings.
That's true, right.
All right, coming up next on Live at 4, we'll show you a new generation of therapy dogs and dogs for veterans.
And then coming up next hour at 5, the Beloit Powerhouse had to be evacuated today. As we mentioned earlier in the show, our Naomi Coles goes inside the history of the building, coming up at 5.
Whether you have a design emergency or you just want to shop the best furniture showroom in town, you need Dwellings, Madison's best kept secret for design and furniture. Shop our fabulous showroom, Hard Rock Road, Fitchburg.
Important healthcare announcement. If people tell you your TV is too loud, or if listening in some environments has become difficult, we are requesting your participation in a special program called the 30-Day Challenge. Hearing Life Hearing Centers are seeking people with hearing difficulties to evaluate a new digital mini hearing aid now being released. To take part in this event, you must call. Please get a pencil and write down the number below. All people with hearing aids or hearing difficulties are wanted to take part in the 30-Day Challenge, evaluating a new high-tech device that sits discreetly behind your ear. This hearing aid is Bluetooth enabled and is rechargeable. All hearing assessments are performed at no charge for those taking part in the challenge. Participants will try these hearing aids for 30 days. Call the number below and take the Hearing Life 30-Day Challenge.
Are you sick of the areas of your home being cold in the winter or hot in the summer? Your house is a complete system of components that need to work together, similar to the human body. Just like us, your home needs to breathe too. If we're letting our home breathe fresh air, we'll be healthier and regulate our temperature better. Wouldn't it be great if we could show you all the areas needing improvement in just minutes without tearing the house apart? That is what our thermal imaging does for you. It will show the temperature differences and areas of air exchange. Then you'll know what areas need to be improved. Just like going to the doctor, except these doctors do house calls. This will also help in preventing the entrance of harmful pollutants inside your house. You can now easily bring down the energy bills and have a durable and safe home environment with Fry Construction. Visit fryconstruction.com to schedule your free professional house call with a thermal imaging and insulation specialist.
People injured in a chemical leak at the Beloit College Powerhouse earlier today. Tonight at 5, we take you through the history of that 100-year-old powerhouse building.
Showers tonight and tomorrow morning will be followed by colder weather by Friday, when many of us will see snowflakes for the first time this season. My first warn forecast at 5.
Tonight at 6, an emotional day for Kyle Rittenhouse as he takes the stand in his own defense. We'll recap day 8 of his trial.
The sun has set.
How about that?
4:45. But a nice evening out there.
Yeah, it's still relatively mild before the big chill is on the way.
As we celebrate our nation's veterans, we also celebrate the service dogs trained to help them recover from the physical and emotional trauma.
Stacey Cohen brings us the story of one special dog who launched a movement to help veterans.
And whose legacy lives on thanks to science.
To tell the story of these little guys, you have to start with this dog named Gabe.
It started for me about 26 years ago when I was gifted a golden retriever puppy by some good friends while I was working as a social worker.
Gabe was with Yount one day as he drove a deeply traumatized young boy away from a troubled home.
He stopped sobbing kind of abruptly, and I looked in my rearview mirror, and what I saw was this 4-month-old Golden with his head on this little boy's lap, and that's how I kind of discovered the the healing power of dogs.
Inspired by Gabe, Yount founded Warrior Canine Connection, which has a unique approach. The group provides service dogs to veterans like Tim O'Boyle, who struggled with PTSD after serving in Iraq and Afghanistan.
I was very suicidal. I was suicidal for many years.
But WCC does more than just offer dogs to vets. They ask struggling veterans to help them train dogs for others injured in battle.
It was something that I could grasp. Like, okay, I have to go see the dogs because they're for my battle buddy.
O'Boyle eventually got his own dog, Sandy. He says dogs don't ask how you're feeling, they just know what you need. Dogs like Cortez and Mikey, who, like all of the dogs here, are named after veterans. They will one day provide critical emotional and/or physical support for their person. It's part training, part instinct.
I go into a store one time and didn't realize it was too much for me, and she just took me out of the store.
It's what Yount's son Gabe, now long gone.
He always seemed to know what to do. He just had this wisdom about him.
Now, for the very first time, Yount decided to use Gabe's frozen sperm to try and make Gabe a father once again. On October 30th, Mama Devin, named for a sergeant killed in Afghanistan 10 years ago, gave birth to Gabe's 10 puppies on Warrior Canine Connection's 10-year anniversary.
Yeah, I think Gabe would be proud.
In these tiny 10 pups, Gabe's legacy lives on. When they're ready, they'll be trained to become therapy dogs themselves, helping another generation of veterans. In Boyd's, Maryland, I'm Stacy Cohan.
Oh, can I have one?
Dogs are special.
They certainly are.
I have a special one at home. It's 4 years old today. Louis turns
It's
4.
Louis's birthday.
Yes, it is.
Well, they grow up so fast.
4 years.
I know.
It's unbelievable.
I can't believe he's 4.
Little news hound. All right, do you have any plant or garden questions? Now is your chance to get them answered.
Lisa Briggs is on the ever-darkening backyard patio, and she's ready to take your calls. Call now, 608-270-9933. There she is.
There's Lisa, 270-9933. We'll take your calls right after this.
Just get your earpiece on.
Building game changers one swing at a time. Ashlyn, tell us the mission of First Tee and what the overall goal is.
So we are a youth development organization that focuses on teaching valuable life skills as well as an academic remediation piece. So there's 150 chapters. We're one of 5 that have an academic component, and we really focus here on what's important to us here in Madison, which is closing that opportunity gap and helping our kiddos right here in Dane County.
And core values, I know, is a big deal, and that's something that is not only talked about here practicing the game of golf, but also in the classroom.
Definitely. So one of the most important core values that we see our kids display is confidence. They come in and they're very hesitant, they're scared, and you just work with them throughout that 12 weeks, and then you see them blossom. They're raising their hand, they want to stand up, they want to share, they want to show you what they've learned, and that is so exciting.
Does this inspire you right now? Tell us why people should give.
People should give because you never know where your $1 will make a difference, and First Tee is so much more than golf. We have many stories, but we are here working together with our community to close that opportunity gap.
FirstTSCW.org, right? Ashlyn, thank you.
It was my mom who wanted me to try new things. I think I started in 3rd grade. As a former participant in First Tee, I now want to give back and help other kids like me learning how to read and play golf at the same time.
Please give to the First Tee. We greatly appreciate all that you do to help our kids become better people and live better lives.
From Cherokee Country Club, I'm Emmy Fink.
And your blood is Madison.
To be a thriver with metastatic breast cancer means asking for what we want and we need more time. So we want Kisqali. Women are living longer than ever before with Kisqali when taken with an aromatase inhibitor or fulvestrant in postmenopausal women with HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer. Kisqali is a pill that's significantly more effective at delaying disease progression versus an aromatase inhibitor or fulvestrant alone. Kisqali can cause lung problems or an abnormal heartbeat, which can lead to death. It can cause serious skin reactions, liver problems, and low white blood cell counts that may result in severe infections. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including breathing problems, cough, chest pain, a change in your heartbeat, dizziness, yellowing of the skin or eyes, dark urine, tiredness, loss of appetite, abdomen pain, bleeding, bruising, fever, chills, or other symptoms of an infection, a severe or worsening rash, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Avoid grapefruit during treatment. Ask your doctor about living longer with Kisqali.
And welcome back. Taking a look at traffic right now. Things moving a little bit slow on the belt line, but that's pretty normal here for this time. Also looking pretty good to go as well along a lot of other streets that are normally a little bit slower at this time. Your main areas that you're going to see slowdowns, of course, are those busy stoplights that we normally do get stuck at a little bit longer than usual. Taking a peek down around Janesville as well. Lots of green. We haven't seen any issues here over the last few hours in Janesville, and much of the same up around Wisconsin Dells. So currently, we're looking pretty good to go. A lot of green here on our roadways, major arteries between Wisconsin Dells and here in Madison looking pretty good to go.
All right, Austin, thank you. Isn't it a little early for this? Jerusalem's Santa Claus visited the Sea of Galilee. That's where Jesus walked across the water some 2,000 years ago, according to the Bible, to open the Christmas season in the Holy Land. The event, which was organized by Israel's tourism ministry, began at sunrise, where Santa paddled a kayak, pulling gifts and Christmas trees to bring to the children living in the region.
It's a beautiful sight, isn't it?
All right, we're having a little trouble connecting with Lisa. She's 20 feet away, but if you're on the line, please hold. We will get to your calls right after this.
Experience handcrafted and hand-finished furniture by genuine Amish craftsmen at Wanakee Furniture ETC, featuring hardwood made in the USA home furnishings by Simply Amish and other great brands you can trust.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
I have worked at Huffcore for the last 36 years.
Huffcore closing the plant, moving production to Mexico.
I gave my life and my body to that place. Ron Johnson pushed through a tax law that rewards outsourcing. Companies can bring profits back from Mexico tax-free. And worse, Ron Johnson profited personally from outsourcing. He has doubled his wealth since taking office. Tell Ron Johnson to stop putting his profits above our jobs.
What makes new Salonpas Arthritis Gel so good for arthritis pain? Salonpas contains the most prescribed topical pain relief ingredient. It's clinically proven, reduces inflammation, and comes in original prescription strength. Salonpas, it's good medicine.
Welcome to the lifestyles of the smart and savvy. When it comes to saving money, the Marshalls are masterful. But back in the day, that was not the case. Today, savings is what drives them. That's why they chose Consumer Cellular.
You live and learn.
They get the same premium coverage as the nation's leading carriers for half the cost. Imagine talk, text, and data starting at $20 a month. Plus, AARP members get exclusive discounts. Switch today and get $100.
Let the design team at Wanakee Furniture ETC help you find your inspiration and transform your room. Every style, every budget, our creativity, passion, and expertise will help you design your dream space.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
3 injuries and a chemical leak at the Beloit College Powerhouse earlier today. Tonight at 5, new information as to what caused the incident, and we take you through the history of the 100-year-old Powerhouse building. It's coming up tonight on News 3 Now at 5.
They lost their cafe to the COVID pandemic, but a Barneveld couple refused to abandon their community.
We'll just come in and feed people.
And no one has to pay a penny. Susan Simons shows you how they're doing it. Thursday on News 3 Now at 6.
Well, if you have any plant questions, the number to call 608-270-9933.
Lisa Briggs from the Bruce Company is on the weather patio. She's having a little bit of trouble hearing us, so we'll do our best to get our questions.
Oh, can you
hear us now, Lisa?
I can hear you right now.
Oh, thank goodness.
All right.
Yay.
Welcome. Let's go to Sue from Rio. Sue, thanks for holding. Sue, you there?
Yes, I'm here. I just planted some mums, and I've got 4 of them. But Now, how do I take care of them once I've got them in the ground?
Okay.
For the spring.
Okay, Sue, so what you're going to do is after we get a hard frost and they start to wither, you're going to cut them back to about 6 inches. And since you just planted them, once the ground freezes, so probably around the 1st of December, I would put some mulch over them, or you can wait till after Christmas if you got a Christmas tree or some greens, you can cover the crowns with that. Make sure that they get a good drink, and then they should be fine for next year.
All right, Sue, thank you for calling. Let's go to Michelle in Madison. Hi, Michelle, what's your question?
Oh, I am calling with a couple of questions, if I may. The first one is I have a small herb garden that I keep outside during the summer and would like to bring indoors for the winter. And I'm wondering, should I continue to use the herbs fresh in my meals, or should I be, once I cut them off, should I be putting them in the refrigerator to preserve them, or should I be drying them? I did start putting them in jars so that I would have them on hand in the refrigerator as I wish to use them. And a couple of them, I do believe it was oregano, grew mold. Yeah, some herbs don't do really well in the fridge with the cold if they're not covered. Basil is notorious for turning black. Some herbs will do okay inside the house, so bring them in and see what happens. I would keep a good eye out for bugs. A lot of them will get some white fly or something like that. And as far as keeping them, I think that long range drying is the best for the herbs where the leaves are kind of delicate or thin, and things that are a little tougher like rosemary or chives you could actually cut up and freeze in a baggie, and then that will keep them a little bit fresher.
Okay, let's go to Jean in Beaver Dam. Hi, Jean, what's your question?
I had a garden this year that was taken over by weeds. Is there anything I can do this fall yet to prevent some of that from happening in the spring?
Was it a vegetable garden or is it a perennial garden? Okay,
No.
So for a vegetable garden, what I would do is get some cardboard or some black plastic and sort of lay it over the bed and weigh it down. And then that will help to cook out some of the weed seeds. And that should help. And then next year, if you're planting vegetables, as long as you're doing plants and not seeds, you can put down a pre-emergent like preen, and that will keep any annual weed seeds from generating. But it will also keep things like lettuce or beans from germinating as well. So use it sparingly.
All right, let's go to Teresa in Madison. Hi, Teresa, what's your question?
Yes, I have hibiscus bushes that I cut down every fall and mulch them up. Do I need to actually do that, or can I let them go one time?
You could let them go, although sometimes those hibiscus, the hardy hibiscus, tend to be kind of brittle. And if you get a big snow load on them, sometimes they'll snap and cause some damage. So it's probably better just to cut them back to about 6 inches so you don't forget where they are, and then that'll protect them from any snow or ice damage.
All right. Charles in Janesville, you're up. What's your question?
Yes, I have a rose bush outside. It still looks like it wants to bud, but it doesn't flower. Now, should I just leave those alone, or should I clip them back for the winter?
I suspect what you have, if you had a rose that did really well but did not flower this year, that you have a hybrid tea or an old grandiflora that died back below the graft union, and what you're getting is growth from the roots, which is not going to flower. It's usually a variety called Dr. Huey, super vigorous. That's why they chose it for rootstock, but really not much of a flowerer. So if that's the case, then I would just take it out and put something new and hardier in next spring.
Just start over.
All right, thank you for calling. Laura from Richland Center. Hi there, you're next. What's your question?
I had some friends give me some daffodil bulbs, and obviously it's too late to put them in the ground now.
It is not.
No.
It is not. No. The ground is still really warm. Go ahead and plant them.
Excellent. Thank you.
You're welcome.
There you go. Problem solved. All right, Michelle in Madison. Hi, what's your question?
Yes, I wanted to ask how I can go about harvesting the seeds from plants such as peppers so that I can plant them in the spring. Okay, so this is going to be a big experiment because fruiting plants cross-pollinate. So if you had a number of different kinds of peppers in your yard, the chances are that the progeny or the next year's fruit is going to be different than what you planted, because there's going to be a mother plant and a father plant.
But it's certainly a fun experiment. So what you'll want to do is let the fruit dry, and then you can open it up and get the seed out, and then store the seed in like a jar or something, kind of in a cool, airy place. You don't want it to get moldy. The fridge is fine for keeping seeds.
Okay. Well, you're out of time. Thank you all for calling. Thanks for holding, by the way.
Yes, thanks for your patience,
Lisa,
everybody.
I'm
going to hold this thing in my ear.
Your ear nice and warm? Good to see you, Elise.
Good to see you guys, too.
See you soon.
Right, Austin's here now with a final check of the forecast. Oh, there's no Austin there. There's Austin. Where is he?
Hey, temperatures outside right now, 49 degrees for that low later on. Cloudy skies, mild conditions, but those scattered showers are going to work their way through. Then taking a look at our extended forecast. Well, the warmth that we saw here today, it is not going to last very long. Cooling things down here by Friday, a high of 38 degrees. And we stay in the 30s here all the way through Monday before a little bit of a slight bump in temperatures to get the middle of next week a little bit on the warmer side.
All right, Austin, thank you. We'll be right back.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
It's time to choose a Medicare plan. So why not choose a 5-star Medicare Advantage HMO plan from Quartz? Starting as low as $0 per month, including medical, hospital, and prescriptions, and dental, vision, and hearing aid benefits. Learn more. Call us today to find a plan that fits your budget and your lifestyle. Quartz offers the region's top-rated Medicare Advantage plans, and they're now even more exciting. New for 2022, the Quartz Cash Card gives you the freedom to spend up to $460 annually on a variety of health-related products and services. And Quartz gives you access to an all-star team of high-quality providers, featuring UW Health, giving you the 5-star treatment you deserve. Because at Quartz, you're the star of our 5-star Medicare Advantage plans. Don't wait. Call now to get plan details from Quartz, or speak with one of our enrollment specialists today.
McGann Furniture in downtown Baraboo should probably be called McGann Furniture and Flooring because we're the area's oldest and most experienced floor covering store. Our friendly staff will explain the many types of flooring available, answer questions, and make suggestions so you can choose what's best for your home and lifestyle. We always offer free in-home measurements and estimates and use the finest installers in the entire area. And remember, at McGann's, we don't inflate prices only to mark them down for a sale. Stop in today and discover the difference. You'll be glad you did. McGann Furniture, downtown Baraboo.
Have you seen those small
careful with
Sorry, Missy.
Excuse me, could we...
Excuse me, I was wondering, could we...
Finding the right person for the job isn't always easy, but when you have an insurance question, you can always count on your local Geico agent. They can give you personalized advice and could help you save hundreds.
Who wants some dress shirts?
For expert help with all your insurance needs, get to know your local Geico agent today.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
In today's Final Touch, a struggling neighborhood in Lima, Peru is coming back to life.
And it's a colorful return of the neighborhood. Rainbow colors are splashed across small houses in a once gray neighborhood of Peru's capital city, creating the optical illusion of a large mural, which can be seen from various vantage points across Lima. The project is aimed at improving the lives of those in the COVID-hit community and promoting tourism. 5 months in the making, bright paintings adorn many buildings, and workers are busy painting steps and stones in cheerful hues of yellow and orange. Residents also lend a helpful painting hand. The artwork covers an area of over 360,000 square yards. That is a spectacular scene. That's our time for now. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you back here again tomorrow. News 3 Now at 5 starts right now.